start the second annual Sip and Slurp at Wine World and Spirits. As you can see, we have our empty voting board. It's just getting started. Everybody gets 10 taste tickets to be able to try their choice of 10 different beers. Take little circles, decide which their favorite gets the votes for the best oyster and beer pairing. And at the end, we'll tally up the results. So stay tuned. We're just getting rolling. We're starting to shuck it.
We're here at Wine World. We're at the Sip and Slurp Oyster and Beer events during Seattle Beer Week. Fabulous way to spend Mother's Day, in my opinion. We've got a number of breweries here, a number of great beers, and Taylor Shellfish bringing the oysters. A lot of beers here I'm excited about. Ninkasi has their Babylon Double IPA. It's a special release. We have the Murky Pearl from Fort George. It's an authentic oyster stout. Great mouthfeel to it. Very, very smooth, very flavorful. And then Fremont brought a specialty one-off batch. It's a cardamom spice. It's rose blossom water infusion ale. Don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm very excited to try it.
My name's Tom Stocks from Taylor Shellfish Farms down in Shelton, Washington, and we're hanging out here today shucking oysters. A couple different varieties. Kumamoto, Oakland Bay, South Puget Sound, right by Shelton, Washington. And then pardon me, Shigoku, which is grown on Willapa Bay out on the Washington coast. We've been raising oysters as a family-run company for 120 years in the Puget Sounds. Practice clean water, shipped all over the world, one of the largest shellfish companies in America, and all raised right here in Central Puget Sound.
So this is a Zwickel beer. It's a very uncommon style. It's a Zwickel if it's on draft. In this form, it's actually a Keller beer because it's bottled, one and the same. And Zwickel refers to the sample valve on a bright tank, which the brewers take the samples to see where the beer is at in the process and make sure it's ready. And the reason it's called that is because it's a very young style, and by that it's unfiltered. You can see the glass there. The glass showed it's actually somewhat cloudy. That's because it hasn't lagered the whole way. It's actually about a 3-week beer as opposed to a 6 to 8 week beer most typical lagers would take to clarify. We use honey malt as well as pilsner malt in there, so it's very pristine. At the same time, it has a nice bit of honey sweetness to it. And then we use sterling hops, which are actually they're American hops that have German lineage, so it gives it that straw grass-like appeal as opposed to your typical Northwest IPA, piney citric. So it's very, very balanced, very smooth, very easy drinking. 5%.
Yeah, exactly. Clean up what?
Yes, sir. These are all right. Yes. 3 and 3, gentlemen.
With Wine World. We just had our Sip and Slurp Oysters and Beer event on Mother's Day. You know the results of the voting. Number 1 came in at Silver City's Fat Scotch Woody. It's a Scotch ale aged in bourbon barrels. Very delicious. You get a nice little bit of that bourbon on the back end, on the finish, moving it out. A lot of that caramel up front with a bit of a yeasty note on the aroma. Very smooth, very delicious, went really well with Taylor Shellfish Oysters. Very big shout out for thank you to them for coming. In second place, we have the Fort George Quick Wit. It's their summer seasonal. It's a nice wheat-based ale. It's going to have a little bit of a light citrus notes to it, like a little bit of a coriander orange peel as well. Very refreshing, delicious on warm days like we've been having here in beautiful Washington. In third place was the Fremont Brewing Company Summer Ale. It's a single malt, single hop varietal summer. It's very crisp and again refreshing. A little bit lighter than the Quick Wit. Makes it a tasty, tasty beverage when you're going to have it outdoors or with a meal.